Hi Aries, how are you? It's Blue Lucy, and I'm here to get your Teroscope for the rest of July 2025. So use your own intuition as I pull the cards, and remember that you are sovereign in your own life and make the choices that are best for you, okay? So I'm going to get a few oracle cards here just to see what themes are coming up for you during the rest of the month. So far coming out, we have truth and unity and patience, which I pulled out kind of upside down. So starting off, themes of honesty and truth are going to be important for you. Also unity right here. Togetherness, working together, and also patience. So the fact that it came out a little bit reversed means that maybe there's some impatience going on. I'm recording in my living room at sundown, so might be kind of hard to see that. But anyway, it's an angel sitting on a cloud, kind of pondering, waiting. So working with patience and being patient, or maybe other people are impatient, I don't know. But anyway, so we have unity, truth, and patience coming out. Okay, so let me get a sense of Aries, where you are at right now and in the next 3 weeks of July. But I do want to point out while I'm shuffling here, while the cards come out, this unity card, there are 3 figures holding up a giant rock. I'm just going to cover this a little bit because they're a little bit indecent. And the card is dark, but you can kind of see a little bit that everyone is doing their part in holding up a very big weight. So working together with your colleagues, with your family members, your friends, with your teammates or your collaborators to do a certain job. Okay, everyone has to kind of pull their own weight, so to speak, or lift their own weight. And truth, there's elements of truth. Are you telling the truth? Are others telling the truth? Okay, all right. Coming out, death and moonlight. Okay, so perhaps in the present moment right now, or soon coming out, we have death. So death is change, and it's irreversible change. Death, moonlight, the magician. Wow, this is powerful stuff, Aries. Okay, so death. Something is changing in your life, and it's a pretty, death is a pretty permanent change, right? There's not much we can do about it. It's a part of life. Every one of us faces it. But this is death in a metaphorical sense. So, because ultimately tarot is a tool for self-knowledge and self-growth and self-improvement. So we have death. And, I have pulled this card where death does actually, when my bunny was sick in January, I pulled this card when I was asking about him. So unfortunately, he did not make it. But so once in a while, it can refer to that. But this, let's just take this to mean metaphorical. So something in your life is changing. There's something leaving and something else coming in. Okay, endings are beginnings. That's what we say. And I do want to say that there is a beginning, because I don't know if you can see it very well, but we have this figure here looking at death, and then next to the figure is this little baby bun. There he is. So it's a transition period. You're moving from one stage of life to the next. And with moonlight here, some things are not going to be clear. But this full moon here, and it's the full moon today. It's the full moon in Capricorn today. And for Aries and other cardinal signs, this marks a big change for us. So I saw, I don't know if it was on the Chani app or if it was something else, but the full moon it's Cancer season, so Cancer is like in touch with our feelings, and then we have the moon in Capricorn is like feel your feelings, but make sure if you cry, it's on your way to work and make it productive. So, so this full moon right now that we have today is all about business. Okay, what do we have to show for ourselves? So even though some things may feel in the dark right now, like these are very dark scenes right here. We, in times of transition, sometimes we don't know what's next, or we can't see clearly, or we can only see one step ahead of us at a time. But there's a light guiding the way. Like this full moon reflects the light, and it reflects the light of the sun on the other side of the earth, or whatever. But there's a light that we can look to, okay? And with the Magician on the other side of that, look at the contrast here, from darkness into light. And this is really the transition. So there's some light here, there's no light, some light, lots of light, okay? And the Magician is all about alchemy. It's all about creating something from nothing. So this really is a fresh, brand new start for you, Aries, and you get to create this new beginning, okay? So when one thing ends, another begins. And that's how we are finding ourselves. I'm an Aries myself, so this is fun. And we have to be patient too, because sometimes we might want something right away. Now we can see this a little bit more clearly. There we go. Especially during times of transition, we really need to exercise our patience, because things aren't going to be fully formed right now. And we don't always have immediate results. So we have to have the patience to let things develop, right? Like if we're gardening, we plant the seed germinates, it grows, it takes some time to fully grow to its full height, produce flowers and fruit, okay? So we have to let things happen. We have to do things, but then we have to allow the process, okay? So let's next see what challenges we might face. What are some challenges that Aries are facing in the month of July? Closeness, or it kind of like came out upside down. So feeling close. Oh, this is console. I'm sorry, console. So maybe there's some elements of feeling lonely or like alienated. Let's get another card on that. I need some clarification on console, please, for challenges. Milky Way. Okay. So some of the challenges, Aries, you might be facing is feeling maybe support from the group. That's my immediate first sense. Okay, maybe the group or the family or the unit. Okay, maybe there's some yeah. I was feeling this and it came out the Three of Swords. Okay, so there's some kind of disappointment or expectations that have been let down, or heartbreak. Okay, maybe something that hasn't worked out quite the way that you thought it would or wanted it to. Okay, and so the challenge is feeling close, feeling connected, feeling like the embrace of a loved one or those that you hold dear. Maybe there's the word ostracize is coming to my mind. I have no idea why. Take it or leave it as it resonates for you. But some of the challenges might be like you're feeling distraught, or there's an energy of feeling distraught and disconnected, I'm gonna say. Yeah, unity, patience, the truth. And there's something about the truth. There's something around this. Let me get some clarification on truth, please. Why is truth here for us, Aries? What is the issue around truth? Okay. Hierophant, hide and seek, and Two of Swords. Okay. So with truth, we have hide and seek. So yeah, there might, the truth might be hidden. This is very clear right here. So with truth, there might be some elements of the truth that are hidden. And with this Two of Swords figure, you can see the blindfold. And the Two of Swords really is kind of a stalemate. It's something stagnant. It's something, it has a real ambivalent energy here. And ambivalence doesn't mean not caring either way. Ambivalence is great caring in both directions. It's feelings in like lots of opposing feelings, and kind of feeling like a deer in headlights or a fawn response perhaps. So twos are also about like choices and decisions, and this is kind of a stalemate. It's not really knowing which way to go because there are things that are hidden. Okay, and with the Hierophant coming out though, this could be anything from like an institution, like a job or some kind of a corporation, or it sometimes it refers to a commitment. Okay, this could be a commitment, something traditional, something established. So this could be truth around an established responsibility or commitment. And please put these energies where they belong in your life. Okay, this is a general reading, so these energies might play out differently for some of you. Like you might come wondering about career or job or love. You know, those are just like the main top 3 reasons why people ask, but also self-discovery. Okay, so this could also be some real inner work right now, like what is exactly going on. So there's some element of hidden truth right now that requires some patience to come out. Okay, so there's some real kind of like angst I'm feeling coming out here. But again, I want to remind you that there's a brand new start, okay? And there's this positive energy, and you can with the full moon right now start to write down some things or goals that you would like to see, some directions that you want to find yourself going in. Okay, so let's get advice about this. What is the advice? The Hermit, 8 of Wands, and 4 of Wands. 5 of Cups is at the bottom. Yeah, so there is an element of sadness here, of destruction. Something is ending, okay? And there's feelings about it, all right? But, and sometimes it's hard to see this when we're in the middle of things, but there is a bright tomorrow coming out, okay? So the advice is the Hermit, take some downtime, retreat, okay? Go within and really, I look at these full moons right here, okay? So there is a light in the darkness for you. And the way to find that is to really get centered with yourself, okay? So take a few days to yourself, or however long you need to get in touch with this, because 8 of Wands and 4 of Wands, I'm not really sure what order to put this in. But also here, there's an element with the 4 of Wands, something to build. Okay, this is the start of a happy home. With the 4 of Wands, we have an agreement being made here. And 8 of Wands is full speed ahead. So there is quick action. At some point, there's going to be quick action. So I feel like the advice here is to take some time out, get clear about what it is you want to build. What foundation do you want to start building fresh from? Because the Magician, we're starting fresh, and what is it that you want to build? Now is the time to build the structure, and we start with the structure first, because with a good foundation, we can build solidly from that, okay? And 8 of Wands is when you're clear about that, take action, don't delay, okay? But don't take action too quickly, right? Make sure you're clear first. And then by the end of July, 4 of Pentacles just showed itself too. So there might be some budgeting of things happening, clinging to things that you have left over, okay? There's an element of that there. I'm just going to put that in. So that's the advice. Take some time to figure out where you want to go from here, because you have a golden opportunity with something, a new start. So what's ahead? The world. Okay, yeah, there's a cycle being finished, and this might be something that's been in your life for a while. So there's something being tied up here. End of a chapter, end of a book. Okay, the world is the last of the major arcana in the tarot. So some story in your life, some big book of your life is finished, and another one is beginning. So what is after the world, please, for the Aries in July? What is next? Knight of Swords. Incoming information. There's also a caution to move quickly, but not haphazardly, okay? But there might be something coming in quick, okay? So yeah, so ahead we have the Ten of Swords followed by Binky Day. So whatever it is that has ended in your life that, definitely have pain attached to it. It's a new day now. So this is pretty clear, Aries. Something big has ended, but also something big is starting. And with the Magician next to this Binky Day, whatever it is you're creating next for you really has the chance to bring you a lot of joy. So do what you need to do to mourn the past, to pay tribute and homage to the chapter that you're closing in your life, and then take the time you need to recover, and then hit the ground running, okay? Hit the ground running with your new plans, your new ideas, your new relationships, your new endeavors, because there's really a lot of Binky Day in bunny terms. You can't get much happier than that, all right? So this is like a jump for joy. All right, Aries, let me get an animal oracle just to tie this all together for you. If you could have a blessing of anything in July, I'm going to take this pile and shuffle this pile. Unless there's lots of blessings coming to you, Aries. There we go. Rabbit spirit, Aries. Look at that rabbit spirit. Can we see that? Well, it says now is a lucky time. So Aries, cry, but don't cry too hard or too long, because there is luck for you in this, okay? And I know it's cliche, but when one door closes, another one opens. So you have luck surrounding you, Aries. I'm really happy to see that, especially because I have some bunnies. Number 49, that might mean something to you. I'm just going to look in the guidebook, because sometimes there's extra tidbits that might not come to my head right away. Now's a lucky time. Okay, let me show this to you. Oh, here's cow spirit. The miracles are endless. Okay, so there's good things ahead for you, Aries. And I'm thinking of the May forecast I did back in May. I do remember that I pulled a tea leaf card and July came out. So it might be possible that something that you started in May is bearing fruit now in July. And some of these good fortunes, the seeds, there's some seeds that maybe you sowed a couple months ago that are starting to bear fruit now. So there's that, okay? And rabbit spirit. Rabbit spirit appears to lead you out of your dark warren and into the light, that you can participate in the fertile and beautiful experience. It may seem safe below ground, but the magic happens when you come out and take the risk of being vulnerable and co-creating something new. Co-creating, unity, okay? You're being invited into a new life that you have no experience with, but have no fear, okay? Because luck is on your side. Today is a time to be fruitful and productive as you enjoy Rabbit Spirit's sunny and prolific energy. At this time, whatever you intend to bring to life will indeed find fertile ground. There are no mistakes, really, when you are co-creating with Spirit. Let the ideas spring into life and to the surface. Okay. And I know this can be vulnerable sometimes, but hey, it'll make all of this worth it. Whatever this luck and these miracles are will make all of the pain that you had to go through kind of worth it. Okay, so thanks so much for joining me, Aries. That is your July Tarot Scope, and I'll see you another time.